Hello everybody. Today I want to make a video about World Tank, and I've been playing this game for about like 3 months now, and I actually like this game very much. Not just the fact that I am a huge fan of FPS game, it also you are playing in a tank, and like this game is like pretty much like any MMO shooting games that you played before. It have its goal and also the experience, and you get this too by going through all the battles of the games, which is you play against all the live players. And so let's explain a couple of things about this game before we're gonna start playing. So here you have the goal, which is what you get from their website, and this one you get it through playing through all the battles. And so it's this experience, and these two things you get it through playing all the battles against other players, and this gun you get it through the primitive of all these things that you have in your garage that you play through. And this experience right here that only follow this tank. So for example, for this Soviet IS-3 that I have, which just tells you right here the name, the type of the tanks, and also what kind of tank is it. So this is a heavy tank, and this one is a American make T-34 heavy tank as well. So when you look at every tank, it will have its own individual experience. By going through all the battles, you would end up slowly accumulating from them. So you guys might ask, how do you accumulate these experience right here? See, these experience are also called a free experience, like what they say. So what happened is that when you go through a game, oh, I actually don't have any records of it, so I can't really show you it now. So the best I could do is to explain it really quick. And the free experience, it follows with you of each things that you're going through. Let's say for example, I need an upgrade for this thing. You right click on anything that you want to upgrade, you click research, and right as you click on research, you have this whole tree of what could be installed to the tank. So you have the guns, which is all these three guns that's available for this tanks, the radio, the engines, and also your track. And as you follow this track, it will tell you what is your next tank's gonna be. And in this case, I do not have the experience to purchase this tank, so let's talk about this little guy that we were just talking about to give you an example of the free experience. Okay, so for example, I have 8,599 points for this little guys, and pretty much I could buy everything at this point. But what happened is that when you point at this guy, it will tell you up there, if you see the two red number, it says amount of purchase price and then the research cost, which is your experience. It will cost roughly around 12,435 points for you to upgrade it. And with the accumulated experience of 1,315 points, and along with my 8,000 points that I already have it installed off this tank, I have about 10,000 experience. So that's how this free experience works. It could go through any tanks that you want to do any sort of research, as long as your already preset experience is enough plus this guy, you could purchase, you could research a part. Then after you research it, you have to purchase it with the coin, the in-game coin. So now it might look a little bit chaotic. That's why you can see the hit points, the weight, the engine power, the speed, and so on and so forth. All this tank. Now these right here is all the spec of the tank, and every different tank have its own different spec, of course. And this is my favorite tanks that I've been using lately, and that's what you can see right here. These are all the crewmen for this tank. So now you have the commander, which is represented by a little binocular. You have the gunner that represented with a cross, and the crosshair, I'm sorry. and you have the driver that get represented by a gear. I don't know why. It should be a steering wheel, but I guess representing with a gear or maybe a wheel, it would be more suitable for this guy. And now you have the loader, which is a guy that loads the guns after every time when you shoot. So let's say for example, as you can see right here, you have their experience per different crewman. And if you click on it, or click personal file into it, you will see the training level. These, you get it through the battles, and it tells you exactly how many points you need to gain every 1% of this crewman. So, and also right here, it tells you exactly how many battles you have fought with this tank, and it follows through all this crewmen in this tank. And of course, you could train them to put them on all different kinds of tanks. Like for example, you train them to all this heavy tank that's available right here. And let's get on to that later because this thing it takes a little time to explain. So let's say this guy have 100% of experience. So what the gunner does when he have the experience, all he shot will become more accurate as you're shooting down your close, you zoom in range at the enemy. And this guy right here, the loader, if he is at 100%, let's say for example, it would take around 12 seconds to load your gun when it's on 50%. As its level percentage progress, the time of it will load, it will slowly goes down. So once you reach 100, you would probably from a 12-second reload, you would get to about 10 seconds of reload, which just give you a huge advantage with that 2 second. And don't you overlook all that 2 seconds of reload times that you have when you get onto really close battle with your enemy, because sometimes that 2 second is what makes that difference. And now, after you reach 100% of every crew member, fortunately to me, all my crew members level around the same time. I have my friend told me that he's have all different kind of crew at all different kind of percentage, so I don't know what he did to it, but it just sounds really weird to me. So let's say if you get all of them at 100%, and you could click on skill, and all these things that says common skill, which is it could be put on whichever crew that you choose on. You have the repair, you have the camouflage, the firefighting, and brother in arm. From what I heard, brother in arm is one of the best perk you could use, but however, if you would want this perk to actually be able to work, you actually have to train every crewman with this perk. So let's skip the common perk. Let's go to the dedicated perk. Like this guy, for example, he's a loader. He have he's loader perk, which is loader only comes with 3 different perk. Okay, and adrenaline rush. This perk comes in when you have lower than 10% of your health. He would load faster than it is normal time. And this one is called a safe storage, which is what when this perks on 100%, what it does is that your ammo rack is harder to be damaged or destroyed. So this is actually one of the perks that I suggest everybody to get first for your loader. And of course, different player play differently. Some people don't agree with what I say, and you could do whatever that's suitable for you. And so, after I explained this couple little things for you, I think that I'm pretty. Oh wait, one more thing. Also, if you can see, 100% is not actually the set number. You could add this one little thing that looks like a fan that's right here. It's called the Improved Ventilation Class 3. And once you click on it, you can see it right here. And what this little guy does is that he add extra 5% of your experience to all your crewmen. So what that means is, let's say for example, when I put that example as the loader, in 100% he loads the gun from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. If you put on that 5%, he might load the gun at 9.95 seconds. So it gives you just a slightly little advantage, like a one click advantage for you against another tank that's probably 100%. And also, under all this little add-on things that you can put on your tank, I have this one, the gun laying dry. What it does is that it, when you zoom in, it has amount of, it's like a big target where it has to slowly focus, and with this thing it will give you 10% to the aiming speed, which is the little circle. The big circle would actually be focused faster than without it. And this guy, it's just pretty much a faster reload. For example, if you play Call of Duty, that will be pretty much a sleight of hand. It would take 10% of the time to load guns. So I guess, to my opinions, for every heavy tanks, I suggest everybody get a heavy gun rammer, because it would just help you load the gun faster. Because pretty much all heavy tank takes about 10 to 12 seconds to reload a bullet. So you want to load it faster, even that 1 or 2 seconds a time. And all these things are all the things that you actually do research by using the free experience and the experience that you have for this tank. So for example, for my IS-3, I have almost fully researched everything that I have. I have one of the 12mm gun, which is a lot of people said is the best gun that it could be used for this tank. And all I'm missing right now is the track. So let's say you might have a question: what would you do after you research this and you research the next tank? If you still like this tank, what would the experience go? Now here is the example of the tanks that I have that's fully upgraded to the top, which is, I think, this guy right here. Yes, okay, when you actually had it completely researched, you see the top corner right here, we have like a two little gold thingy, I guess whatever this vegetation is that's around your tank. And when you see it right there, the two little stripes, it means that's a medium tank. And when you see 3 stripes, that's a heavy tank. And when you see a triangle, that's a tank destroyer. And when you see a little diamond shape, this is a light tank. And which is it all will tells you right under the name of the tank. For example, this is called Valentine 2 Elite Light Tank. And this guy is called a tank destroyer. So all you have to do is point your cursor over it, and you can tell what kind of tank they're using. And over time, when you play this game, you will just start realizing it, because remembering these little icons is very useful, especially when you're fighting. So at least without you knowing what type of tank that you're going against, you know at least what kind are they. Are they, whether or not they're heavy, medium, or light tanks. Alright, so it goes by really easy. It's pretty much just like a good old hunting game. A heavy tank destroy medium and light, and so it's light and medium could destroy heavy, because a heavy tank actually move really slow and their turrets spin around really slow. And where you have against medium and light tank, they're really fast, but they have a really low armor rate. But however, their gun could shoot way faster than every heavy tank, so you could just pretty much circling them around and shooting them in the back. Because apparently, from every tank that however this game is designed, is that all the front plate armor, for example for this tank, all this front plate is, and also the turret's front armor is actually the heaviest armor, which is the one harder to penetrate. And the side armor is slightly easier to penetrate, which is all this part. And all this part, I mean, aside from the turrets. And of course, even the turrets on the side are sometimes really harder to penetrate, especially for this tank, because the turrets are actually designed on a slanted angle, so it's easier for you to bounce a shell when you're shooting them on the side. And on the back, right here, which is where every tank's weak points are. If you are a light tank go against a heavy tank, you could always run around them and then shoot them in the back to do the maximum damage of your gun that's provided. So this is pretty much a quick little tutorial. Oh, one last thing. when you buy a tank, you always want to make sure you have all this two thing tracks. What it does is what it say. It will resupply automatically and also repair automatically after every game. Because even though if your tank gets shot one time, if you didn't die, you survived the whole battle, you're still gonna have to pay for your repair fee. And I remember this one map where I was going out there and I completed the whole map without getting shot one time, and because it took 5 health for me because I probably ran into someone or someone ran into me, I still had to pay for that 5 points of 5 HP of repair fee. It doesn't cost much, but you still gotta pay for it. So also you want to know on every tank that's above level 6, you have enough money in your bank to actually be able to repay a tank and resupply yourself, because you do not want to go to the battlefield without any shells in your tank while you go against another person. So after you click these things right here, the consumable, which is what could save you on some other occasions in this game, where large repair kit, it could repair all the damaged modules. For example, your turrets, maybe your cannons, sometimes maybe your track, and so is your engine, alongside a lot of mechanical things that could be repaired by these things. And automatic fire extinguisher is actually really, really helpful, because what happens is that once you get set on fire in this game, you just wish that they would have bought an extra 10 more fire extinguisher in the tank, because you were slowly losing health every second when you're on fire, till either you die or the crew automatically put out a fire after 10-20 seconds later, which is you probably lose about half of your health. And I also bring a little set of extra small repair kit, because just in case that my track get destroyed and I am stuck in some serious situation, I could fix my track immediately and move out of it and to get into safe place. So after everything that you check on, make sure you click accept. If you don't, it will not accept everything. It will just back out as before you select it. And please do make sure you click the accept, because I made a couple mistakes before. So as far as I know right now, I have pretty much covered all the simple things that you need to know for this game. And if you guys have any question or any suggestion regarding to the video that I make, so please do drop me a comment. And if I make some mistake as I was explaining this part from for any reason, please do let me know. And yes, I hope you guys do enjoy it, and in the next few days I would probably upload some more of like gameplay video to show everybody about this game in a more detailed way. I don't really want to rush into it. I want you guys to start slowly digest into this game, see if you like it. So this video I'm intending to actually make not for the pro players. It's pretty much for people that have heard about this game and they do not know exactly how this work, or they're kind of interested and they want to find out more about it. So if you do are one of those person that's interested in this game, please do watch the video. And if you have any question, do feel free to drop me comments on it. Thank you, and you guys enjoy.